Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Live with RYE. I'm your host, RYE, and I am so thrilled you are joining me today. Before we begin, I just want to thank you all for your continued love and support throughout all of this. It means so much to me, and I truly cannot thank you enough. Now, before we begin, I do have a favor to ask of you. If you're joining us on YouTube, hit that subscribe button and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you never miss an episode of Live with RYE. And if you're joining us on Facebook, hit that thumbs up button and give us a like, or hit that heart button and love this video. I would so appreciate it. Be sure to follow me across social media. I'm at RYE the News Guy on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I love hearing from you, and let's continue this conversation. So follow me at RYE the News Guy. And finally, you'll see my website scrolling across the bottom of the screen, rydethenewsguy.com. Head over there to rewatch all episodes of Live with RYE and to see all of my other exclusive content, including the launch of my production company, RYE Entertainment. You'll also see my Venmo handle scrolling across the bottom of the screen as well. If you are so inclined, I would love if you would consider supporting the show Live with RYE and our platform, rydethenewsguy.com. Anything you can give means the world, even a kind compliment. I just truly cannot thank you for your love and support. And now let's get on with today's show. I'm super excited to welcome my two incredible, fabulous guests. These two women have really done something incredible. Please help me welcome Hannah and Emma, creators of Bringing You Broadway.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm so excited to chat with you today. Thank you for doing this.
Yes, thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us. We were just saying we love RYE the News Guy, RYE.
So all clever.
Thank you.
Really?
Thank you. I love that. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. So let's begin. Where did the idea for Bringing You Broadway come from?
Okay, so first of all, let me just start off by saying that this all started during the pandemic. So Emma and I really didn't even know each other before the pandemic. So I feel like I've known Emma for 10 years, more than that, since birth. We've really only known each other for what, 3 months?
Yeah.
No, a little
August.
bit more than that.
August.
But yeah, so I have a meditation program that I started during the pandemic as well, and she was a part of it because her roommate was a roommate of mine, and her roommate told her to take it, and I was like, yes, come join. And so she saw an Insta story that I posted. I thought of an idea to get a group of people in a room, safely in a room, dancing and kind of just workshopping new materials, creating stories, and using our gifts, right, to feed our souls. Because right now we're all performers and we're missing being on stage. I mean, who isn't? I miss live theater. I miss performing. I miss telling a story. And so I thought of an idea to get a group of Broadway actors, or anybody really, into a room and just creating whatever we'd like and putting on a show of some form, and maybe possibly sending it off or going live to children who would not have the means to see Broadway ever in their lifetime. They don't have the funds, right? Mm-hmm. Or this is where it kind of intertwines into Emma's idea. And so go and maybe tell them what your idea was and how they came together.
Yes. So it was pretty magical, because even pre-COVID, I'd been kind of speaking to some people at starting a female-run theater company in New York City. I was like, I love being an actress, but I feel like I have a calling to lead. I feel like I have a calling to create and to bring people together. I feel like that's a talent and a skill of mine I want to explore. And on top of that, I've been working as a special needs nanny, and I specifically with a little girl with autism. And the way that I found the key to our communication, because when we first started working together, I was like, okay, how do I do this? How do I get her to, communicate with me better? And what I found was really working for us was music. Whenever I sang something to her, it could be as easy as, can you pass me that? I'd be like, can you pass me that, Zoe? And she'd be like, and then she would look me in the eyes, and all of a sudden I was like, oh my goodness, this is how I get through to her. This is how, this, and I fell in love with this little girl, and I was like, wow, music is such a powerful tool. And I hadn't ever seen it being used in any other capacity than as me as a performer. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, how do I use this that I've kind of discovered as a really amazing tool and mm-hmm. combine the two things I love. I love working with children with autism, and I love musical theater. And so when she posted this,
instantly,
I said, call me. I was like, call me right now.
It was like, call me.
Yeah, nothing else, no context. I was like, call me. We got on the phone within 5 seconds. We were like, yep, we are partners. Here we go. We are doing this. We are taking our visions. We are aligning them together, and we are creating a company. And within a week, we came up with the name Bringing You Broadway.
Oh, I love that.
At a distance.
At a distance.
We are
Bringing You Broadway.
virtually. And so, yeah, that's kind of how this happened. And we're both very similar in how we communicate extremely well. Like, we over communicate everything.
And I feel like we both had this passion and this desire to change lives. And during this pandemic, I wanted to fill that void for my own being, but I also wanted other people to fill that void for themselves. And so what we came to notice is past experiences that we have been a part of were, like, for me, when I was on the Frozen tour, I was in a committee that went to different children's hospitals, and I sang songs to all the kids who were not getting music therapy because, just in general, they just didn't have all the music therapy. There weren't enough teachers going around here and there. So we came in as a troupe and we sang to these kids, and I saw how much it meant to them. And these kids who were literally they had cancer, and we would sing songs, and I know that really truly meant something to them. And I kept saying, this is filling me up so much that I need to continue with this because I feel so whole doing this. And I know that you had done a lot of outreach programs as well. And, that was kind of where we started with this. That was the momentum. That was what we wanted for this Bringing You Broadway, is to not only feed our souls as performers and individuals, but to really change lives for these children. Yes. And even the actors, I'm thinking about all of our friends who are doing this, they are like, I have a purpose during a pandemic. I have a purpose, and it feels so good. It feels so good to be back in the room. I mean, we're going on and on, but we're so excited.
No, because it should be. It is so exciting. It is. And what is sort of the goal with doing this? I mean, you mentioned about, helping the children and getting, helping artists performing it, but what is your goal ultimately for Bringing You Broadway?
I'm like, do you want to hear a 5-year plan? Because we have that.
I would.
I mean, so we're looking as far forward as say this spring once we have this vaccine, and we're thinking about how we can name. We're going to have it. We're not even going to say that that's not a possibility.
We are going
to have it. Yeah. I cross my fingers in the hopes that hopefully that means that then we can get back to.
Well, even if we're still taking things slow and we're still wearing masks and we're still adhering to these safety precautions, our goal is to eventually be able to bring Broadway to these schools in the tri-state area and be able to physically at least be, even outdoors safely with our masks, be able to, be seeing the children and be able to do what we do warm-ups with them. We say, okay, everyone grab your scarves that you brought, and we're going to do this number. And when this character throws her scarf up, throw your scarf up with her. It's so interactive. Yeah. And we're like, how amazing is that going to be once we get to bring that physically live for these kids? So that is our goal. Because a lot of people have been like, well, what are you going to do when, the world opens back up? And I'm like, let's still have this mission. This mission is
it's going to continue even when, I was on tour, Emma was in a show. I mean, we still are actors, right? That is this is our passion to perform, but this is also a passion of both of ours. So we're going to start to oversee things. We're not going to just let go of Bringing You Broadway because the pandemic stopped and back to whatever normal is. We're going to continue because this is why I'm here on this planet. This is why she's here on this planet. We are here to give back. There is nothing better than giving back to people and seeing what a mark that made on their life. I mean, I couldn't ask for anything more. And I know
we also call him, we have a team of, I want to say, we have 25 people who are part of this company. We have a social media manager.
And everybody did it voluntarily.
And everyone has been volunteering their talent and their time because they believe in what we are believing in. I mean, they saw the way that these kids, our first performance in November was for an organization called Exceptional Kids Organization that's based in California, which is, children with cerebral palsy and with various mental disabilities and autism and physical disabilities. And the way that they saw everyone, how this affected the kids on this live Zoom, and the way that they were engaged with us, and the way that we managed to do this from 3,000 miles away.
Right.
From that point, it's how weird does this sound? But I'm like, everyone we've asked and we've shown what we're doing and who we're doing this for is so excited to do it.
And they're lending their gifts. I mean, these people are not just, starting up like as newbies in this area. I mean, these are like Broadway stage managers, costume designers, photographers, accompanist.
Quite the list. Yeah, I've seen
designers. I mean, truly, we're taken back, and we're so humble, and we don't even know how to express how grateful we are for this. Like, really, everybody is lending their craft to us, and it's just overwhelming. I'm truly.
I love that. Well, and you have so many people involved, and I saw that even on your social media. And that's, so tell me and talk to me about how you're doing this and having these artists to perform and do what they love. I noticed they have masks on, they have these clear masks, which I found really interesting, like see-through. How are you doing this, and how are you, and I say that in an exciting way. How are you doing this? How are you able to have them perform and be safe and let them do what they love? And do you think this could be a model for, for obviously for the future for you, but also for theater too, as we get a vaccine, as we start to sort of look at the new way to open theater and, in a safe way until it's, fully.
We were really fortunate. We used Open Jar Studios was our studio for all of our rehearsals. So we had temperature checks at the door. We have contact tracing, signing in all your information, questionnaire. We also recommend testing once a week for all of our actors, just so everyone feels really safe. But within the rehearsal hall, we have the CDC recommended capacity of people per room. We followed that very strictly. Everyone had to wear masks, and cloth masks, like the entire rehearsal.
Yeah, we only wore the clear mask for the show.
Okay.
Because we wanted everybody to feel really comfortable with their own mask, what feels good, because we are dancing, right? And when our rehearsals were taking place, they were 2 hours, and so we were dancing full out. And so we wanted them to wear a mask that they felt like, okay, I tried this on when I've been dancing before, and I feel really comfortable, and I can breathe. This feels nice. I feel safe. But when it came to the show, we had those clear masks, which everybody has asked us where those are from. And so I will let you all in on a little secret, because I'm here to spread this to you guys, because helping others become successful helps yourself become successful. So those masks are from Etsy, and we had Nora, what's her last name? I just want to make sure I get this right. We can get that to everybody. But so we had a costume designer, Nora. She lined them. Yeah, I know. She lined them literally with fabric so that they were pressed against our face. And just to make sure that everybody could see that we were wearing masks. We had a liner. But in between every performance, every single rehearsal that we put them on, we had our assistant. We have an assistant, and she would Lysol, she would wipe, she would disinfect every single thing and put them in a plastic bag, zip them up, and we wouldn't touch them for, I think, like 4 or 5 days. So we really
also got the biggest studio available at Open Jar to ensure that we could maintain as close to 6 feet apart while we were done.
And in that studio, I think they allowed 70 people, and we only had 20. So we really took this. I'm
like, shout out to Open Jar, because they really made this quite simple for us.
And they've been real. I know they've been real big during this pandemic with trying to get performance back. I mean, they were doing I think over the summer their cabaret sort of series with performance. I know they've been really focused on trying to get rehearsal and performance back. So that's great that they are, doing that. Have you found with the masks that it's harder to sing? Do you find the clear masks is a little bit easier seeing expressions and being able to, I'm sure you much prefer being able to see people's expressions through the clear mask. It makes it probably a little bit.
It was quite magical to be. When we put those masks on for the first time in our dress rehearsal, it was the first time I'd seen Jumin's face. In person. Because we've never ever seen anyone's faces without a mask until that moment. And almost cried because he smiled. And I said, Juman, I've never seen your teeth. And I've known you for 2 months. And I feel like I know you so well, but I've never seen your teeth. I can see your teeth.
We were making jokes because we keep it, we keep it light in the room. And we were making jokes and people were being sarcastic. And I'm like, oh my God, are you okay? And they're like, wait, no, I'm really smiling underneath this
joking.
mask.
I'm joking.
We're like, oh, okay.
That's like the number one thing I think I've realized is how it's so hard to get someone's tone when you can't see what their mouth is.
Right. But you know what, we just are getting comfortable with wearing a mask, dancing. I mean, this is life right now, and you have to abide by what's going on in the world and do it safely. And so wearing a mask is safe and it protects us all, and that's what we need to do. So we're all dripping sweat and, mass acne here and there, but we're living it, we're loving it. We're loving it all.
Yep. And we had mics underneath the plastic mask. So there actually was no, I didn't feel like watching the tape back either, that it didn't sound muffled like it does when you wear the mask, because our mic was underneath.
Right.
So I love that. So do you perform actual shows? Do you perform concerts? Are they medleys? What do your performances sort of entail so far that you've done?
So every month we're doing what we call the outreach performance, and that is designed, we build this performance around the organization that we're serving. So for the December 18th performance, we are serving Project Up and Merrimack Hall, which is an amazing organization that brings arts education to children with special needs. Right. So it's kind of perfectly aligned with our vision. We are so fortunate that they were so excited to work with us. And we had a meeting with them last week. That was incredible. We found out so much information about the children that they have about 300 kids within the two of them that want to tune into us over Zoom. Which is astounding. I mean,
it's astounding.
I'm like shaking with excitement just saying that out loud.
I know.
And
that's incredible.
Yeah, the way that we are formatting our shows is that we start out with a warm up with the kids. We want you to feel like you are in the room with us as much as possible. So, we say, just like we do before 8 shows a week, we got to make sure that our bodies are warm, that our vocal cords are warm, that we are
do this
safe
too
and ready to go
in a way that everyone can join. And because there are some people who are in wheelchairs, there are some people who can't move their upper body, so we really make sure that we
modifications along with the warm up, making sure that everyone's on board with us. From there, we move into we created a medley. Basically.
Oh, wow.
So in between the songs, introducing the songs, Hannah and I will be talking to the kids and saying, we're about to head over to this, we're about to head to France. And this character loves to read books. She's a storyteller, just like we're storytellers right now. Can you guys guess, where we're about to go? And then it's then we're transported into this world, and then we transport them into the next world, and we say, when this person lifts their hat up off their head, you grab your favorite hat and you lift your hat up with them. It is
the kids. My mom actually watched the show, the last outreach show that we did, and she said, I'm going to be honest, Hannah, I love you. I'm your mother, but watching the kids was the best part. Seeing their reactions to this was so beautiful.
She's like, you have amazingly talented friends.
Right.
It's on to the next.
Right. I mean, it's true. I'm so excited to actually watch, because I want to have this recorded so we can actually go back and watch these children. But it's truly remarkable. These kids are so open to participate in this and take them out of their ordinary lives, It's so different. Pandemic. And also, we wanted to mention that, so this Sunday, we are doing a cabaret-style fundraiser at Haswell Green. So in between our outreach shows, we're doing a billion things.
We're launching our residency at Haswell Green.
Yes. So once a month, we will do a Bringing You Broadway fundraiser. And so we'll invite 10 or so Broadway actors, and they'll come and sing a little ditty. And
it's a plastic mask.
Right.
And we have plexiglass in front of the performers that separates them from any of the patrons. And
we're using a lot of different people, right? We're not just sticking with the same 14 people with us in the beginning, because Honestly, I want everyone to perform during this time.
Of course.
Anyone who wants to perform, we want to make sure that they feel, please DM us. Please reach out to us.
Because we've used a lot of people who have DM'd us and said, I want to be a part of what you're doing. And I'm like,
it's truly a testament to, you know, as actors, I understand how it feels. I have a really hard time reaching out and being like, hey, is there any, like, is there anything that you're working on that you could see me fitting? I have a hard time doing that. And now being on the other side of it, I'm like, wait a minute, please,
the more the merrier.
We welcome you. Like, please, like, reach out and ask how you can get involved. There's so many people who've reached out who are now part of our team, you know, because they took that step and they wanted to be part of it and they took that initiative. I mean, that's what we're trying to encourage. We're like, please, there's
room for everybody in a safe.
I mean, some of our team isn't even in New York. Yeah. You know, there's so much we can do over. Yeah. Our outreach director, Alyssa, is in Seattle.
Yeah.
So, so it's like, we don't want anyone to feel like they should hold back. It's been truly incredible how you put something out there and people go, yep.
Yeah. Where did you say again on Sunday this performance is going to be? I think it cut off a bit. I want to
Haswell Greens, right across from Mean Girls, August Wilson.
Oh,
2nd and 8th.
Yes.
It's from 6 to 7.
Oh, that's exciting.
6 to 7. And you can actually purchase you can reserve a table
on an open table, and just in the notes say that you are there for Bringing You Broadway, and they will place you at hopefully one of, I believe that there's 6 tables near the stage that are 8 feet apart, I believe. And then there also is potential seating above. Yeah. So,
and it's really big in there, so
it feels huge. Safe. It's like a open floor. I mean, we went there and had a meeting and checked out the space. We checked out the safety precautions. We're doing temperature checks. We're doing contact tracing.
Oh, amazing!
We'll have the QR code for donating on all the tables. You know, can send us $1, $5, whatever you feel free to send, so that we can continue bringing these performers. And we want to be able to pay our performers. We want to be able to pay Broadway actors who are unemployed right now, who aren't receiving a stimulus check from the government. Like, we want to be able to support that.
And nobody is asking anything. You know, these actors right now, they're coming in and they're doing this out of pure love and joy and because it's their passion. But nobody has asked for a dime from us, which is such a testament of the kind of people that we brought into this company.
Which is why so we're like, we want to have people on salary next year. Like, we want to be able to, you know, we have our 501c3 application should be in with us. We should have our results in 2 weeks. They said that we're getting accepted. We're so excited to have that.
Amazing.
We're really taking this company to the next level in the new year. So
so since you said that and you mentioned that about the 501c, 503c, I forget how you say it, and your company, take me through, as new business owners and, you know, as performers, talk with me about what it's been like to run and be a new business owner, sort of the fears and the doubts, but also the push that sort of gave you what gave you that push to sort of just jump right in and do it. You know, we're in these times that are uncertain. So, you know, what gave you the push to do it? What has been sort of some of the fears and doubts that has, you know, come with it?
So yeah, great question. So when we first started, Emma and I were ready. We were like, let's go. We're ready to take this on. And as we started to really get the business up and booming, we realized, all right, this is a lot of stuff that is going to require a lot of time and work and effort. And I don't know if I was confident to say, and I know Emma was as well, that this is not the area we will thrive in. And I think that we need a business partner. We need people on our team because this is going to go places, and we need some people to back us up, to have our back, to be as a teammate. And so
we basically got an executive director who handles the logistics and business side of Bringing You Broadway. And it kind of fell into our lap because she's the woman who has been my boss for 2 years, and is the mother of the child who inspired Bringing You Broadway. And I was nervous to ask her to get involved, and she she said, I love what you're doing. I love that Zoe inspired this. I want to be a part of this.
Right.
Bring me on. I will take care of everything. She's a Broadway stage manager. That's how we actually met each other.
And she is superwoman.
She is absolutely incredible. Her name is Christine Viega, and she's going to transform this company. Like in the 2 weeks that we've now brought her on as an official, partner in our company.
And, we've had a lot of trial and error happening just recently, which is so great for us because we're just getting this up and running, and we kind of are figuring things out as we go. And so we actually had a discussion 2 days ago about boundaries because it was something that we all needed to talk about. So we're kind of learning, right, as we're going with this company, that we were contacting each other every second of every day. So there wasn't a time for us to get centered and ground ourselves, take some self-care moments. And so we realized that we were starting to get really stressed out, which was ultimately leading us to being sick, slow, and stupid is what I call it. When you're stressed, you get sick, slow, and stupid. And so that's what was happening in our company. And so we had to take a moment and say, all right, let's make a calendar of the times that we are having a blackout zone. And because we have classes, we're still, taking dance, taking vocal, taking acting, taking film. Yeah. We're performers, right? So we got to continue to constantly work on our craft and hone our craft. So we realized that making this schedule is just going to benefit us all and not burn us out. Because if we continue to do this all the time, every second of every day, we're going to feel overwhelmed and we're going to burn out. And so if we want a healthy connection, a healthy partnership, we thought it would be very beneficial to just get in touch with each other, figuring out our schedules. So that was something that we wanted to really focus on the past 2 days. So that was kind of a little bit of a downfall, but really helped us propel this forward.
I think it was beneficial. Yeah. We needed that moment to go, okay, to move forward and to be able to really continue, because we've had such I don't want to say like such success, but we've had so many. We all
work really well together, yeah.
And so for us, a moment where we go, okay, let's reset. Let's set some. I was like up at 2 a.m. making a to-do list the other night, and I was like, I need to turn my phone off because I'm up at 7 a.m. every morning. The first thing I'm doing is FaceTiming her. Like this.
We talk about it. We got to be funny for a second, but
I can relate.
We said that this is my boyfriend. I'm her boyfriend, because honestly, we call each other more than we would ever call a significant other. So that's just real. And I have to say it over this podcast because it's so true. It's like I literally think about her when I wake up.
I love it.
I wake up every morning. I've never had that with like anybody. It's so weird.
So that's just like where we're at. That's why we work well together, though. We're always communicating, and communication is so important.
Yes,
in any field.
I love it. Yeah, and I love that you say that, and it it kind of grounds me a little bit. It makes me think, because it's funny, Emma, you mentioned about being up at 2 a.m. making a to-do list, and I find myself often in that same breath where like every minute of every day you're focusing on your company, on your site, on what you're doing, and you're up and what's terrible for me is I'm up at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. where the best ideas come to my head, and I'm like, okay,
oh no,
get to sleep. This will get a good night's rest. You don't, as you said, I don't want to be sick, slow, and stupid. Get a good night's rest, and focus on other things, do other things that bring you joy too, and make it, a balance so it doesn't overwhelm you and you don't end up not liking it. Because there are times where, I don't know if you've felt this, but where you are doing it so much, you're almost like, what am I doing? Do I like this? Right. Like, this is it's so consuming.
I think that's why we're up at all hours of the night doing it, because it really, I felt fulfilled in my performance career. I felt fulfilled on stage, and this is just a different type of fulfillment. It's like I've unlocked a part of myself that I didn't know existed. It's just been, there's such a new joy. I haven't felt this before in this capacity, and so it's exciting and it's new. It's like you just started a new job, but you're in a first day of rehearsal. Like it feels like that every morning when I wake up.
And that's what I'm encouraging everybody who's listening and who watches this is to get a passion project during this time. Because we wake up and we feel like we have a purpose every single day, and we're doing things that we love and that people are enjoying. And what better of an experience can you get during a pandemic? So I want everybody listening to know that you can find something during this time that's safe, right? Like we're doing this at a distance. We never thought this would be possible, but we jumped on it and said, you know what? We're going to put it out there and let the world take care of the details, because we have this vision and we're running with it. And it's taken off, and this is just the beginning. So I'm really smart.
I love that. Well, where can we keep up with you? Where can we follow Bringing You Broadway? Where are you guys located?
So we have so many different platforms. So so on Instagram, we're at Bringing You Broadway. And then we also have a TikTok at Bringing You Broadway that we just launched.
We made the TikTok yesterday, and we just checked it before this.
And it's like 4,000 followers.
Yeah. And 30,000 views on our first video. So I don't know, and I don't have a TikTok. I've never been on TikTok. I don't know
Same.
what this is, but apparently it's super fun. I'm excited.
That's so cool.
We also have a website. Is it
It's bringingyouBroadway.org
or .com?
We own both domains, so whichever one you type in, it's going to lead you to our website.
I think it's .com if I recall when I looked it up.
We have that. We also have we have a Bringing You Broadway page on Facebook, and
we have a Bringing You Broadway Venmo if you want to start to if you want to donate to us.
No amount is too small.
Yes.
And I think that's kind of where we are right now. We're building all these platforms, and we're going to start to incorporate on YouTube. Oh, yeah, I also have a YouTube page. We're getting it started. But we're going to have lives of all of our shows coming up. So that's where you can kind of watch and keep in touch with us. That's so far what we have. I mean, that's like 8 platforms. I feel like that's good.
Yes.
Instagram is the best one to be on, to just have like everyday updates of what we're doing, what we're working on. Where we'll have links on our Instagram as well for you guys to go. Well, I want to reserve to stream into the Haswell Greens fundraiser this Sunday night, and that will be available to you on our website and on our Instagram. So
love that. And as we finish up here, what advice do you have for performers during this time, but also future or current or aspiring business owners, people who want to create, whether it's a company, whether it's a foundation, or even a website or a blog? What advice do you have for creatives and performers during this time?
I mean,
I feel like Hannah just did a spiel like that.
That. But I would also say to anybody, an actor, business owner, like stay in your own lane and know that there is enough success for everyone in this world. There is enough success, and you will. What is like meant for you will not pass you by. If there's something that is supposed to be in your life, trust it, surrender, it will come to you. Because we had this idea, and there were a lot of people who wanted to say, nope, you guys shouldn't do that. Nope, you can't do that. That's not a good idea.
I don't know that you should do that.
So many doubts. And you know what? We had this vision, and something felt so pure and right about it that we went for it. And I'm so proud of us for doing that, because it was easy to sit back and watch TV and eat snacks on the couch until quarantine. And we're making a life during a pandemic.
There's also nothing wrong with watching Netflix on the couch. That is awesome.
There's nothing wrong with that. Everyone has a different journey, but we had something that was pulling us out of the pandemic rut, and we had a purpose, and we went with it, and it has blossomed, and it's soaring.
Also, please reach out to us if you like. We are the most open people. We will talk to you. Like, please reach out to us. Ask us for advice. Like, stay connected with us. We're on our Instagram.
Very friendly.
Yes, very friendly. Hannah and Emma, I just truly cannot thank you enough for doing this. You are so friendly. I feel like I know you. I feel like we're friends.
We are. Like, I felt like we already knew each other.
Yeah.
Like maybe a social distance walk in the park, right?
Yes, you have such a great energy. What you're doing is bringing so much joy to the world, to people, to performers, and getting performers to perform again, which is exciting and for a good cause. So I applaud you for all that you're doing. I encourage everyone to check out Bringing You Broadway. This will not be the last time you hear from them. You'll be seeing them a lot more often. I can guarantee you that. And check them out. And Hannah and Emma, thank you so much.